So here we are with week 21 of the Missing Link series. So if you've been following along with us, you know that we have been making all of the links in this book. And we are now into moderate level. The one we are making today is called Corona. Page 61, not making it up. There it is. Okay, and this link looks like this. So it looks like we're going to be doing more coiling like we did last week. So this is what we are working with. It says that we are going to use 22 gauge pure copper wire and 18 gauge silver wire. So as you know, I am traveling. We're live here from the green room, and I don't have 22 gauge in copper, so I'm going to try to use 20. I had some issues last week with my coiling by trying to use the sucker stick because it was 3 millimeters instead of 2. So I think this week I will try to use maybe my bail making plier mandrel. We'll see how it's going to go, but I am excited about the link. It looks fun. There it is. So if you're new here and you're like, what's happening? We've been working on this book, The Missing Link, trying to just improve our skills. Everybody is invited to come along and try these things. And we're going to do all the links in this book. These are all on a playlist, which I will link in the cards. All the Missing Link playlist videos are in the playlist. This will be 21. And eventually, when we get to the back of the book, we're going to start doing projects. So again, I have invited anybody who wants to participate to make a video, to just message me or leave a comment or let me know if they want to make one of the weeks in this book. And we will just share it on my Google files and we'll put it up on the YouTube channel. So if you are interested, please message me. You can always email me at thunderhorsedescendant@gmail.com. Let's get down to the mat and get this party started. All right, ladies and gents, here we are on the mat. So these are the links that we're going to be making today. This again is on page 60 and 61 of the book if you're following along. According to this, it says that we are going to need, let's see if I can move this down, 20 gauge pure copper wire. So I do not have, I'm sorry, 22. It says 22. I don't have 22. I have 20. So I'm going to try to use 20. It says we're going to need 20 inches of this. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out here. Got my froggy tape. 20 inches. Okay, so get the 20 inches we need. And this is for the coiling. Okay, so I got that. It also says that we are going to need 18 gauge, and this is sterling silver, but we don't have sterling silver, we got titanium. So this is what we're working with. This is a dead soft wire, so I'm going to get 6.5 inches of this. Okay, 6.5 inches of that. All right, it says we're also going to need our chain nose pliers, flat nose pliers, round nose pliers, a coiling tool, flush cutter, a rawhide mallet, a steel bench block, a Sharpie. It says liver of sulfur, steel wool, rotary tumbler, and ruler, which we don't have any of those things. So here we go. Get this party started. So here is my wires, and it says step 1, using the coiling tool, which we don't have, coil the entire length of the 22 gauge copper wire. Slide the coil off the tool and trim to 1.5 inches. Set that aside. All right. So this time around, I'm going to try to use this guy right here. I mean, to me, this still seems like 3 millimeters. This is questionable because it's not the same size. It tapers up. So I guess I'm going to use this guy. Now this I'm pretty much betting is 3 millimeters, but it is what it is. We're going to get going on the coil. I'm going to move this over. There we go. We're going to get going on the coil here. So to do the coil, I'm just going to put it in here. Grab a hold of it. Can't feel anything on the outside edge. And I'm going to start rolling it. So you can see the tail is coming around. Let me zoom in. Okay. So how I'm doing this is I am putting pressure with the plier. I'm guiding this wire. I'm just moving the plier, relieving the pressure a little bit, going back to the top and spinning it around. That's all I'm doing. And this is what we're getting for the coil. Now I know this is going to be larger. Number one, it's on a larger mandrel. Number two, I'm using a larger gauge wire. And I know you're like, Randy, why are we doing this? But we're doing it because this is what I got. I'm in North Dakota. I'm here visiting family and helping with my grandpa who recently started chemo treatments. And I could only pack so many things on the train when I come. So here we are. But we're still doing it because you know what? We can. And if it doesn't work, then you know. Then you know, don't do it like this. I do have a coiling gizmo, and Beadalon does sell a coiling gizmo if you're looking for one that comes with, I believe it's 3. I want to say the coil, I got the deluxe coiling gizmo, which Beadalon sent me, and thank you to them. Of course, I left it at my house. But it came with 3 or 4 different size mandrels where you can just wire these up. And I do really like that gizmo. I've said it numerous times. I really like that thing. I have some earrings on my website, which we used when we tried out that gizmo. Me and Jefferson, we used that and made some earrings. And I really like them a lot. So if you do have that gizmo, get that bad boy out. If you don't, here we are doing this. But it's still working. And this says we need about 1.5 inches of coil. So I'm getting to the end here. And pull that off there. Push that guy in. Get in there. Okay, so let me, ew, I've only got 1 inch. That's not good. It's not good. So, you know, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to pull this out apart a little bit just because I know I need 1.5 inches. And it is what it is. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Okay. Oh, now I got 1 3/4 inches. I got to go back a little smidge. There we go. 1.5 inches. Easy peasy. Okay, on to the next step. It says put that aside. Let me zoom you out. Okay. 2. Make a mark with the Sharpie 4 3/8 at one end of the 18 gauge sterling silver wire. Okay, so this is our wire. And it says, take the Sharpie, make a mark at one end, 4 3/4. Okay. So 4 3/4 is going to be about right here. And I'm going to make a mark. All right. Got it. I'm using pink today. Okay, then it says, place the widest point of the Sharpie perpendicular to the wire at the mark. Hold the wire in place with your thumb and wrap the longer piece of the wire down and around the Sharpie twice, stopping when the tail wires cross. Okay, so this is figure 1, and it looks like what they're doing is they've taken the Sharpie and what's that mark at? Start at the mark, put your thumb there, wrap the longer part around the Sharpie, and then they said when the tails cross, which would be here, that we should stop. Twice, yeah, okay. Remove the wire loop from the Sharpie. All right, there we go. Kind of looks like what goes inside a clothespin. With the loops facing you, as shown, slide the coil into the left-handed tail wire and feed the coil around the bottom loop to make a complete circle as shown in figure 2. Okay, you guys see figure 2? Here we go, figure 2. Okay, with the loops facing you. Loops facing you. Well, aren't the loops always facing you? Okay. Left hand, right, left. Okay, so this one. Okay. Feed the coil around the bottom loop to complete the circle. The top loop will be plain. All right. So this is what I'm taking this to mean. The bottom loop. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna put that on there. And I guess I'm just gonna wiggle it on there until it goes all the way around. By just pushing it like that. Let me consult the notes. Okay. I guess, yeah, that's what they got. Looks like they got this. That goes bzoo bzoo. We got this. That goes bzoo bzoo. All right. Okay. Okay. So that is step 3. So it's kind of cool looking, gotta say. Anyway, reinsert the loops onto the Sharpie to help maintain the circular shape. With the chain nose pliers, bend the shorter wire straight up perpendicular to the loops. Okay, let's do that before we get confused. So take the Sharpie, put it back on there. Got it. With the chain nose plier, bend the shorter wire straight up, perpendicular to the loops. Bring the shorter tail and wrap it around 3 times. Trim the back of the link. Pinch the end with the chain nose. So to me, that just means that they're making a wire wrapped loop. Like they're like, put it on there and make a wire wrapped loop. We can do that. So we're going to do that with the shorter one, which I guess is this one. So I want these to be even on there. In this picture though, and I know I'm not using the right size wire and I'm not using the right stuff and whatever, but in this picture, it looks like their coil goes all the way to the top. So before I start doing anything, since I used all this wonky business, I'm going to kind of stretch my coil to the top because that looks like what they got. Okay, so I'm just stretching it. I'm going to stretch it a little bit till it kind of makes like a complete circle. You see what I got there? So that's the top. Okay, now it says with the shorter one, which is this one. So I'm thinking what I got to do is I got to kind of crisscross these a little bit so they're in the middle. So when I do bend that, it's going to be in the middle. So I'm going to kind of maneuver here. I'm going to take my chain nose and I'm going to go right here on this X. I hope you guys are seeing this. I know I got a bunch of crap in the way. And once I get that, I'm going to go ahead and bend it so it goes straight up. So it should look like this. Okay. So that's what I got. And then it says, bring the longer wire around the right of the short tail. Wait, hold on. It's the loops facing you. With the loops facing you as shown in figure 2, coil it around, la-ti-da. Okay, reinsert the loops onto the Sharpie to help maintain the circular shape. With the chain nose plier, bend the short wire straight up. We did that, perpendicular to the loops. Bring the longer wire around the right of the short tail and wrap it around 3 times. Trim off the back of the link and pinch the end with the chain nose plier. Okay, so what I take that to mean is that, let me get this out of the way. We're just going to make a wire wrapped loop on here. So in order to do that, we're going to bring this longer wire. I got to hang on to this. I got to take that off there. Okay, so I got to hang on to this right here. And I'm going to hang on to both of them, honestly. I'm going to get both of them on there. You get out of the way. Okay, just to bring this around, just to make it easier. Because this is 18 gauge, let us not forget. It's a little rough. I got to get him, I got to get it in there. 1. Okay, I'm situating as I go. I see why they got this sucker on there. Okay. 1. I gotta be able to hold on to it with better grip. 2. It's going sideways. 3. Oh, get on there. Okay, I'm hoping we can fix it. See how it's all sideways? So I'm going to take it off and I'm going to straighten it up a little bit. Cut that off, tuck it in just as we normally would with any other link or any other wire wrapped loop. I want this to come down. I'm going to try to get a hold of it. I'm struggling with this to get it straightened out. Well, it's got a twist in it. All right, well, I'm going to leave it because I don't feel like I'm making it any better. I feel like I'm only making it worse. It's kind of okay. I'll bring these to the top a little bit. Okay. So that's what we got. It's a little crooked. I just don't like how it's a little bit crooked. But okay. Okay, on to the next part. All right. Number 5, trim the short wire 3/4 of an inch, bend forward 90 degrees, back of the round nose plier. Roll the wire forward to form a simple loop. Okay, so they're not going to do a wire on the top, they're just going to do a simple loop. Then it says to work hard in the simple loop with the rawhide mallet. And then we'll be done. Okay. So, I just gotta trim this. Little smidge. Okay, and do let's see, I better go this way. All right, can you see me? Okay, so here I am. I'm gonna make a round a simple loop. So I put my finger here. I can't feel anything. I'm going to turn it until my wrist don't want to turn anymore. Then I'm going to let go of the pressure, reposition at the top, keep going until we get what looks like a little hook. Then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to bend it up so it looks like a lollipop. And then go back with my round nose and just kind of push it in a little bit. And now they're saying that we should work hard in this, but I don't have my bench block here and I didn't bring the cutting board. So we're not going to do that right now. But okay, here's what we got. So this is the end of the link. And I got a little something here on this side. Okay, here is the finished product. Now, I am not mad at this at all. I really like it. Had I been using, you know, probably the right stuff, I'd be in a little better position. However, I like it a lot. Let me show you the picture. And let me tell you what I'm talking about. Here's the picture of what they did. Here's the picture of what I did. Okay. So here's what I would do differently in the future when I practice up my links. See, this here was a little hard for me to kind of work with because the gauge of the wire is 18. It's really kind of hard. So I would maybe practice up a little on that. As you can see, theirs is pretty much right down there to the coil part. So I want to get that twist out of there. That needs a little bit of work. This part I'm really happy with. If I had used the 2mm, coil gizmo like they had suggested, this probably would not be moving so much. But quite honestly, even though I pulled it apart, I still think it looks cute to like get all the way to the top, you know. But mine does move because it is a little wider. So I see that. I see that. And then the loop on the top could have been a little smaller, probably. So that's what I got. But all in all, I am pretty dang happy with it. I think it's pretty cute. I would like to get that a little more straight, in my practicing, but I think these are really cute. So anyway, that's what I got going on today. I hope that you guys are enjoying these videos. I would love to see some of your work in our Facebook group. And I'll get you some pictures of this so you can see. So if you've been following along and you want to show us some of your links, please head over to the Facebook group, drop your pictures in there, let us know it's from Missing Link, and we would love to see those. Please make sure to leave this video a comment and a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to find me again. If you're looking for more links, please see the Missing Link playlist on Thunderhorsedescendant. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, spectacular, amazing beading day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!